Hi and Assalamualaikum. So today we will learn about advance in construction and manufacturing presented by me, which is Nurul Atira Sapan. So let's go. So what is advanced construction technology? Advanced construction technology offers a comprehensive, practical, illustrative guide to many aspects of construction practice used for industrial and commercial buildings. First, we will take a look on artificial intelligence, or known as AI and machine learning. Artificial intelligence is intelligence shown by a machine in order to mimic human behavior, while machine learning is a field of AI that uses statistical technique to give computer system the ability to learn from data without being explicitly programmed. A machine becomes better at understanding and providing insight as it exposed to more data. Okay, then we will learn about how AI and machine learning benefit the construction industry today. First, it increases productivity because AI can be used to power machinery in order to perform repetitive tasks such as pouring concrete, bricklaying, and it frees up human workers for the construction itself. Second, increased safety. Construction workers are killed on the job 5 times more often than the other workers. With the use of AI, site can be monitored for safety hazards using photos and recognition technology to tell if a worker is wearing the correct PPE, or by using geolocation to identify dangerous areas and alert the workers. Third, better design of building. Machine learning can be used to explore different variations of a solution and create design alternatives, taking into consideration the mechanical, electrical, and plumbing system, ensure the roads for MEP system do not clash with the building architecture. Now let's take a look on this video. If you want a subtitle, I did provide the link at the top, so happy watching.
Years from now, I believe AI, machine learning, will be ubiquitous across all aspects of construction and all aspects of construction technology. I grew up with a single mom, without a lot of resources, and when our back porch started disintegrating when I was 12, I looked at it and I said, "Hey Mom, I think I can fix that."
When I was a kid, I was really fascinated with two things. One was motorbikes and the other one was skyscrapers. Eventually those buildings won.
My grandfather is in construction. My father spent his entire life in construction. Now I can claim that I'm a third generation construction person. In family reunions, although every time I share the story there, they say, unless you have calluses on your hand, you're not in construction. Over the last 10-15 years, construction job sites have been going through a transformation. They have been going from a mostly paper-based workflow to a digital workflow now.
This has resulted in an explosion of data sets. And that's an opportunity for leveraging machine learning because nobody has the time or energy to sift through all these data.
Most of the industry right now has data that's not as well organized and it cannot be easily consumed for analysis, and it's really hard to extract meaningful insights from that data. And that's really where machine learning can go in and help them.
Machine learning is a technique within the broader umbrella of artificial intelligence. For example, if our customers have 1,000 quality issues on a construction job site, no human being could or would want to read them every single day.
Instead of hiring a team of people that go in, look at their data for the last 10 years and categorize and cleans it, they can have a machine learning model that looks at that data and gives them meaningful information out of that in seconds.
I think of this as a way for computer algorithms to learn from data and start making recommendations, and once they're trained, they can start predicting things based on what they've learned.
What's really interesting about machine learning to me is the application of it.
In the past, folks have had to fill out long forms whenever they want to capture any information on a job site. We have seen checklists with more than 150 items. Machine learning can drastically simplify this process. In the future, people can just take a photograph, and from that photograph, as it said, a picture is worth 1,000 words. It's also worth 1,000 insights, and all this information can be automatically extracted, and that long checklist can be automatically filled out.
There's a lot of knowledge in the construction industry. The problem is most of that knowledge is locked up in the head of a superintendent who's been doing it for 30 or 40 years.
But when they leave or retire, all that knowledge goes away with them. And now how do you build that knowledge set again? And machine learning is something that can help or augment that experience because it can learn from the data.
If we can capture that knowledge and turn it into an assistive app that you can hand over to a young, bright, college-educated person who's interested in construction, you can help them be more effective. So you can set up the industry for the next generation, and you can also address the labor shortage. Choosing the right subcontractors for the right job and finding that fit really matters. Pre-qualification is often done purely on the basis of financial analysis. Is this company solvent? Do they have the correct amount of insurance, etc.? So what if we could combine your historical knowledge of those subcontractors and the actual work they did on the project with the financial analysis to help make sure you get the right subcontractor for the right job?
That is some place where AI and machine learning can tremendously help.
You can have a great electrical subcontractor, but maybe they're more experienced in one project type than another. All that information we think will also help upstream in procurement.
It's not just about improving the quality of a construction project, it's also about making sure we can identify safety problems, safety hazards on job sites.
One of the things that really surprised me when we started looking at construction safety was the number of fatalities in this industry. In 2017, there were 971 fatalities in construction in the US alone. OSHA, the US body for health and safety, believes that more than 60% of those fatalities are completely preventable.
The world that I'd like to see is that we take the guesswork out of a lot of this and we just surface what you need to know, when you need to know it, and where you need to know it. So sensors that are monitoring job sites, image rec that can detect a problem and point it out to you. If you're a superintendent, the AI can say, hey, go look at this. There's a welding issue downstairs that's creating a safety problem, and that can get automatically detected, automatically send a notification out to everybody on the team.
Being able to understand risk before something really bad happens on a job site can prevent some of those injuries and fatalities and keep the folks on the job site safer.
If we saved one life, it was worth it. If we keep one GC or subcontractor out of court, it was worth it.
I truly want the next generation to think of construction as a really exciting place to work. I have a young daughter, and I want her to be excited about construction 10 years from now. This is where we see a great opportunity where we can help change an industry, how things are done, and make it really a better place.
What we're doing with AI in construction, I think, is really interesting, but the number of problems that can be solved by us, by partners, by the ecosystem, I really believe it's unbounded.
Drones is a flying robot that can be remotely controlled or flying autonomously through software-controlled flight plans in their embedded system, working in conjunction with onboard sensor and GPS. Advantage and example of how drones technology is already being used on construction site today. First, drone can be used for site safety, which they can monitor site with the use of camera to identify any dangerous areas and give construction manager a quick view of the site without himself being physically present. Second, drone can be used to deliver material to site, which reducing the number of vehicles required on site. Third, drones with LiDAR provide real-time information leading to accurate information. Why drone with LiDAR can give accurate information? It is because LiDAR sending laser pulses at features and measuring the reflected pulses with a sensor. That's why it can measure the distance between the features. So what is 3D printing? It creating a three-dimensional object from a computer-aided design model, building the object up layer by layer. So what is the benefit the construction industry from 3D printing technology? First, it provides the capability to either prefabricate outside or directly on site. Compared to the traditional building method, now it is possible to print materials important for prefabrication and have them ready to use immediately. Second, it reduces material waste and saves time by production of samples. Third, 3D printing technology features impact notable labors, which low labor costs and low material costs. Okay, how 3D printing works. First, a 3D digital model of the item is created by a computer-aided design or using a 3D scanner. The printer then reads the design and lays down successive layers of printing medium, which this can be a liquid, powder, or sheet material, which are joined and fused to create the item. Okay, to the last part of advance in construction technology is the Internet of Things, or as known as IoT. IoT is made up of smart devices and sensors that can be operated from a central platform and can exchange data with each other. The implication of this is huge as it means that a new, smarter, more efficient and safer way of working is now very possible. Application of IoT and advantage in construction. First, it will turn machine into smart machinery, which can be used to perform repetitive tasks and can also smart enough to maintain itself. For example, a cement mixer that runs slow on cement with the use of a sensor. Thus, this boosts efficiency and productivity. Second is footfall, which can be tracked on site and application used to know check in and out of workers. This will reduce in paper and save huge amount of time. Application of IoT will lead to reduce the carbon footprint of a development by having sensor in vehicles to switch off their engines when idle. Okay, moving to the next part, we will learn about advance in manufacturing technology. What is advance in manufacturing technology? It is use of innovative technologies to improve products or production processes. Advanced manufacturing technology is gradually maturing, integrating innovative technology into products and manufacturing processes to enhance competitiveness and increase value. There is three main categories in advanced manufacturing. First, in efficient production, involve the design, simulation, physical and computer modeling, advanced production technology, and control technology. One of the examples related to these production technologies include rapid prototyping, machining, and joining technologies. Second, intelligent production involve the use of ICT in manufacturing and related logistics system. Production-oriented smart machine, batteries production line. This concept involve implement system through effective monitoring, maintenance and repair strategies to extend service life and optimize the use of production facilities. Third, effective organization involves effective coordination and development of manufacturing resources. Related topics include virtual binding, enterprises, shared facilities and resource, novel organization, incubation unit, knowledge management, and transaction and e-commerce. This focus in this area is to use technology to enhance the participation and capabilities of SME and large organizations. First, the example in advanced manufacturing technology is autonomous robots. Autonomous robots are intelligent machines capable of performing tasks in the world by themselves without explicit human control. The example is Roomba robot vacuum cleaner. How it works. First, new robot with automation system equipped with sensor. The example of sensor that sense their environment are laser scanner, cameras, microphone, pulse torque sensor, and spectrometers. Roomba is an autonomous vacuum and the most popular consumer robot in existence. It navigates around clutter and under furniture to clean your floor and returns to its charging dock when finished. The key components to the autonomous action include three key concepts. The first one is perception, the second one is decision, and the third one is actuation. The first one is perception. For people, this is mostly our five senses, which are eyes, ears for hearing, smell, taste, and touch. For a robot, perception means sensor. The example of sensor in robot is laser scanner, stereo vision cameras. To be compared in human is our eyes, bump sensor in human is our skin and hair, force torque sensor in human is our muscle strength, and even spectrometers in human is smells are used as input device for robot. The second one is decision. For human is our brain that makes most of decision, or in some cases we use our gut. But I think mostly of girls use this because we girls have sixth sense, right? Our sixth sense is always true. Okay, then our brains make higher level decision about where we want to walk, for example, but sometimes our body reacts to things before our brain even know what is happening. For example, our reflective behavior is like closing eyelid faster when there is a debris is one of the example without the permission of our brain for the purpose to keep us safe. Autonomous robots have a similar decision-making structure. The brain of a robot is usually a computer and it makes decisions based on what its mission is and what information it receives along the way. Robots also have a capability that is similar to the neurological system in humans, where their safety system operates faster and without the permission of the brain. In an autonomous robot, we call that embedded system. It operates faster with the higher authority than the computer and it executes a mission plan and passing data. This is how the robot can decide to stop if it notices an obstacle in its way, or it detects a problem with itself, or when emergency stop button is pressed. The third one is actuation. People have actuators called muscle. They take all kinds of shape and perform all kinds of functions from grabbing a cup of coffee to beats our heart and pumping blood. Robots can have all kinds of actuators too, which are a wheel, linear actuators of or hydraulic arm. There is always a motor converting energy into movement. Augmented reality is a technology that combines computer-generated image on a screen with the real object or scene that you are looking at. Application of augmented reality, or also known as AR. The modern assembly line requires diligently piecing together hundreds or even thousands of components in the correct order and as fast as possible. And typically, the instructions involved are made available as PDF, and these documents are too long, detailed, and static, meaning they can very quickly become out of date. To counter this, AR application projecting step-by-step instruction via an AR headset could allow the assembly line to operate quickly, work hands-free, and respond to issues with up-to-date information. Applying AR this way also boosts productivity, efficiency of product development, and reduce the tedious nature of this process by streamlining collaboration between the parties involved. In maintenance, augmented reality can also be used to maintain and repair the equipment involved. Before this, they only using a manual to pinpoint problems and implement solutions. AR lets maintenance crews see exactly which machine and equipment needs servicing at a glance by using an AR device to see product data and history. By using a tablet device or an AR headset, Engineers can quickly address maintenance problems and cutting out hours spent digging out the information needed for the task. Okay, to the last part is training factory workers. Digital twin technology can be combined with AR in manufacturing setting to create virtual clones of a physical asset, providing a dynamic digital model to show technicians how to service and repair machines on the factory floor. The advantage is on-the-job training can be carried out with a greater degree of freedom without fear of making mistakes. And it's also cost-effective maintenance training program. That's all from me. Thank you.